To start off this video, I'd like to thank everybody that has helped me and was there for me throughout this whole situation that I've been going through. This is a very personal and more traumatic experience that has changed me and affected me. I'm going through so much because of it, and it's crazy. It's really crazy, like how things can just switch like that. I'd like to thank everyone who has been there for me, every little person, because this situation of mine, the situation that happened to me, changed me as a person, like emotionally, like just it has affected me. You okay? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? You okay? The situation has affected me, like, in the biggest way possible. Imagine someone that you trusted, and at one point you considered them to be your best friend, to basically do something to you that has harmed you. So let me give you guys a little background story. I can make separate videos on why I decided to reach out to my father, because before I used to live with my mother and my grandmother and my little sister. The reason why I reached out to my father personally was because my mom, my birth mom, did not really take care of me, you know? It was too much. It was physical abuse, emotional. There was just way too much. And I found my father's information out online, and I always knew his phone number. And this one day I was breaking down, I was crying, and I told myself, I'm going to reach out to him to tell him what I went through in my life, because my life is just a mess, absolute mess. And I was like, I'm going to call him and tell him what happened. This is the reason why, like, you know, just calling to say this is what happened in my life and you weren't a part of that. So yeah, F you. Basically that's what I was trying to say. But when I called him, he had this whole little, so when I called my father, he basically broke down, saying that how I was stripped away from his arms. He wanted to be in my life, but my mom's family didn't want that. Me being me, from what I know about what my mother told me about my father, I was like a little bit skeptical. I was like, I don't know you, so I'm not gonna trust you that well, you know? So he was like, let me come see you today. I'm like, sir, no. I met him when I was at school. He came to see me after school, and he brought me like perfume and stuff like that. Then after that, I was like, he's not bad. He's okay. He's not giving me any weird vibes. He would always be bringing me stuff too, like food. He would be giving me money, but at the time I didn't have like Cash App and stuff, so he'll be giving me cash, and then I set up a Cash App because of him. Basically he started taking care of me, and I told him about my life story and my mom, and he used to be like shaming my mom, like shame on her, da 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 da, all these things, and he knows how my family is, and he has history. His history with him. They have their history with. I don't even know how to put this, but it's a whole lot. So I'm like, you know what? My father is like, this is so weird. Like the way my mother described him is not the way he actually is. You know, like he doesn't seem like an all bad person. And then basically, I'm not gonna lie. If whoever knows me personally, like if you were in my life before, you knew, like, me and my father were like this. Like, we were close. Like, I told my father everything. If something was going on, my father would come pick me up. If my mother was being her or doing her little breakdowns or whatever, or just going crazy, my grandmother going crazy on me, I would call my father. I would go, like, we would go on trips. We would go on like father and daughter dates. Like, we'll go to like Haitian restaurants. He'll bring me to go get like this specific soup. It's called soup jumu. Like every Sunday, like he would take me shopping. Like he spoiled the living ish out of me, bro. But that doesn't change the fact of what he did. He spoiled the living ish. Everyone's like, that's crazy. I remember this one friend, I'm not gonna say her name out loud, but she told me, I have never met a Caribbean black parent, like a father that's that close with their daughter, you know, that close. Because anything that I wanted, he gave to me. There was this girl, I'm not gonna say her name, but we called each other sisters, but we were really not. Anyways, like the year I met my father, I had an iPhone 6S, and that's when the iPhone XR dropped out. My father got me the phone because I asked him. And then we went to go see that girl, and we're gonna name her, I'm not gonna name her anything. Anyways, I remember the first day I met her, she was like, okay. I'm like, I'm just gonna vibe with her, she has a relationship with my father and all that, like my father considers her to be like his daughter, and he basically, so he saw my phone. I was like, oh, he's like, oh, she said, oh, like you got an iPhone XR. And then she was like, oh, can you get me one? And he was like, no. And I was like, and I went up to him, I'm like, can you get her one? And he was like, okay. And he literally bought her an iPhone XR. And then he also bought her these ghetto Jordans. And I was like, if you don't go back and return those Jordans and get her some new ones. And he got her new Jordans and these the same Marc Jacobs perfume that I had, like it was like that. If I wanted something, I would basically get it. But it wasn't like that the full time. It was like that in the beginning, because I feel like he was trying to make up for the time that he has lost in my life. So if I wanted something, I got it. If I said this, I got it. If I want to go there, I got it. It was like that. So my mom was not really happy about that situation. My mom started to hate me even more. More than she actually hated me, because she hates my father. Anyways, but then I just started realizing, and I was like, shoot, this is my mom, this is the thing that she's doing, and then there goes my father. And at the time, I'm like, you know what, I started trusting my father more than I trusted my mom, because me and my mom, we have our differences, and I can make a separate video explaining about my mom's situation. But let's go to the whole rape incident. So this is weird. So the thing is, for me, I consider myself to be a very spiritual person. I can sense when things are not good, if that makes sense. And so I moved. This is 2020. So I live in Massachusetts. I moved to Peabody in like March. And ever since I moved into that house, I always felt like a bad presence, like a bad energy. Like it was like my spirit was like trying to I don't know. It was weird. And I used to always say there's a demon in the house. The house is haunted. And I just didn't know what was up. I don't know how to explain this to anybody, but I just the first day I stepped foot into that house, I was like, something's not right. Something is not right. This is not good. And the thing is, another thing with me is that I don't get nightmares. I don't get nightmares. I only get nightmares when something bad is going to happen. I only get nightmares when something bad is going to happen. My dreams are so vivid to the point where I find things that I lose in my dream. There are things that I'll search for a long time, and I will go to the exact same place in my dream and I'll find it, and I'll do it in real life and I'll find it. Me and my father, when we moved in, I used to be the person that took care of the house, literally, basically did everything. When we moved in, I'm the one that fixed the house. I'm the one that arranged the house. I was the one that's cleaning this, doing that. Just, and then he has such an ego. So, I don't know, just things started to change. The vibe started to change. I was talking to this guy. Okay, this is where things got bad. I caught feelings for this guy, and me and this guy, I don't know. All right, so this guy was going through his own personal thing. If you can't communicate with me, I will I overthink, bro. And this person, we were perfectly fine. He asked me out this one day, then the next day he ghosted me for no reason. And he's not communicating. I don't know why he wasn't communicating. He just went ghost. I was literally in love with this kid. I'm not gonna lie, I was in love with him to the point where I lost 20 to 30 pounds. Because when I care about somebody, that's why I don't like people in my life like that. When I love and I care about somebody, that hits me deep. That hits me hard, bro. When I fall in love with somebody, that shit hits me deep. And literally, this guy, I was like in love with him. I lost 20-30 pounds. I wasn't eating. And then my father knew that me and this guy split up, right? Because it was complicated. We weren't split up, but like he was doing this whole ghosting thing and I was just stressing and over. I'm that type of, like, this is bad. Like, don't come for me. Like, when I fall in love, I really do. Like, if I care about you, I really do care about you.
Period.
My father knew, like, I was literally on everything I love, bro. I used to drink 2 bottles of water a day and just sleep. That's what I used to do. I was so tense to the point where I would drink 2 bottles of water and just go to sleep. Like, that's how tense I became. Like, I swear, I say this to a lot of people. My emotions will be the death of me, bro. Because when I care, bro. I absolutely care. So I lost like 20-30 pounds, and my father's first thought was, you had an abortion.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm like, what? And this was during quarantine. I was like, wait, what? He's like, oh, you did an at-home abortion. You had your period twice in 1 month. Huh? And he said I had my period and I lost so much weight really fast. Like, I drank something to basically have an abortion. I was like, what? I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed. I was just like, who are you? I was really pissed off, and that just triggered me because that brought back so many memories from when I used to live back with my mom and the stuff that she would say to me. I was pissed. And then this whole rape incident happened June 2nd, 2020. And basically, so this was, I think me and that guy, we ended up splitting up, like, for good. Not even for good, but we ended up, like, just something happened and me and the guy were not talking, and I was really stressed out. This is where everyone's like, how did this shit happen? So there's one day I was so emotional, I was so sad, and my father, like, I spoke to my father. I told my father that I'm gonna be doing psychology for college and stuff like that, and I told him the reason why I'm doing psychology is because it's stuff that I went through personally in my life. He didn't agree. He said I should become a nurse. After that, I got the notification on my phone, and I just saw a picture of the guy that I was, in love with and stuff like that, and I just broke down. I was crying. I was asking God, why am I in these situations, in these predicaments? Why did God put that guy in my life? Because now I do not like falling for people. I told the guy before, like, anything happened, that I don't like doing stuff like this, because when I care about somebody, I absolutely care, and stuff like that can end up hurting me, like that. It will hurt, it will affect me. And I'm just like, damn, like, I don't know. Don't come for me. I feel like people are gonna come for me for this. Like, I was like, I don't want to think about this guy no more. I really don't want to think about him just for tonight. I just want to be free. So I was calling my friends, and I was calling people. I'm like, hey, do you know anybody that sells edibles? The thing is, I don't smoke weed, none of that. So this is where I messed up. So I don't smoke weed, none of that. And I asked for an edible. In my mind, I thought edibles were supposed to make you relax, but that was completely wrong. I messed up. So I was contacting people. I contacted my friend, like I call her my twin. She has the son. I have the son. She has the moon. I contacted my twin, and she didn't pick up. She was asleep. So I'm contacting people, and this person said, oh, this person sells edibles. I'm like, bet we better do this. So I contacted that person. That person was in Boston. I'm like, all right, that's good. My father's still awake, so come around 12 o'clock and bring me them gummies, because I need to be relaxed. So I sneaked outside the house. Like, I lived in a complex, like a condo. So So the person came by, dropped off the gummies, and left it under the mat, and I cashed out them the money. And that was like $30-$40. It was like a bag of gummies. I'll insert a picture or like something like that. So I ate the gummies. So the normal amount to eat is 2. But what I didn't think about was, I didn't know that someone like me, it was gonna hit me harder than most people. So this is where I messed up. So I ate 2 gummies, the normal amount, but I'm the type of person, I get hyper from fruit. I don't know. Simple sugars make me hyper, and I don't eat edibles, I don't smoke or do any of that. I have a very low tolerance. So I ate the gummies, right? 30 minutes, I ate 1 at first, and 30 minutes passed, nothing happened. I'm just like, you know what? I'm pissed. So I ate another one. And then first it was like, I could walk, but I couldn't. And I was like so dehydrated, and I kept drinking like water nonstop. And then I started like hallucinating, bro. Like I was talking, I was thinking so much. I was hearing really weird sounds, like zwang, 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 zwang. Like I was hearing some weird sounds. I was literally like calling people. I literally thought that I literally thought I died. I thought in my mind, I thought I died. And I was just in my personal hell. I was just in hell. And this was bad. And it was to the point where I was calling people, and I was literally telling them to call the police. I was like, call the police. I'm tripping. I know I ate an edible, but I feel like I didn't eat an edible. I was tripping. Like I was tripping. It was so bad. It was so bad, bro. Bro, when I told you, when I was tripping I was tripping. I have never. And the thing is, I was by myself. I was literally, it was bad. It was really, I'm having like flashbacks right now. It was so bad. I was inside of that room, and I was acting crazy, and I was by myself. So there was nobody else with me. So imagine you're tripping by yourself in a room, like a white room. Imagine like that. So after that, I'm literally on the phone. I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm telling my friend, and I told my friend that I ate an edible, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It was just too much. And then they were like, "Ann, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be over when you wake up." All that. They were telling me this, and I was just like, no. I was like tripping. I was tripping. And then it was to the point where I was like, my father can't know. My father can't know. My father's gonna kill me. My father can't know I ate an edible in this. And I was literally screaming, I can't wake up my dad. Shh, I can't be loud. Like it was bad. It was really, 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 really bad. And see, this is where things get bad. This is, all right, I don't know if you guys are sensitive or people get triggered, but this is gonna be my disclaimer, because I'm going to explain the story. I'm going to explain it because I started getting flashbacks, and now I remember what happened. This is where things get bad. So I was like, you know what, even though I ate those edibles, listen to me, my father was someone that I trusted. Like I consider him to be my best friend. So I was like, even though this situation is like bad, I was like, I need help. I was literally like crying, asking him for help, like crying. Like I remember this, bro. I remember this. I was crying, bawling my eyes out. Maybe he didn't know what's going on, but at the end of the day, he knew. So he's like, oh no, just relax, lay down, just lay down. All right. I laid down. I laid down in a cradle position, and I went to sleep. Okay. Choco. What happens next is just horrific. All I can feel was like, at one point before I like woke up, I just felt everything going like this, like, just close your eyes and go like this. That's how it felt for me. Like that's what, like I was asleep, but that's how it was. I woke up I open my eyes. I'm like, okay, another thing is, it's like I'm laying down and I'm like stuck. Like I can't move. I can't move. My feet, I can't move my feet. My arms, I couldn't move. It was like I was having sleep paralysis. I open my eyes and I see literally my father on top of me. Dead ass on top of me doing. I open my, and I'm just like, and his bed is like this. So he's here, just, Choco, please. And then I close my eyes again, and I wake up again. The next time I woke up, he's giving me oral. Oh, another thing is, at one point, he was speaking to me, and I could hear him. It was like he was saying to me, like, oh, I made you. Oh, you're not gonna give, like, what's going on? What's wrong? Choco, come here, please. Bro, this is really graphic. This is too much to share, but like forcing like my mouth, like, and he was sticking his tongue like down like my, how you gonna say, like, sticking his tongue, like forcing my, like, horrifying. And I wake up again and he's literally like on top of me. How, like, and this is my father, like my father. What the hell? And then I go back to sleep. Like, it's like I was literally like paralyzed. It was like I was paralyzed. It was like here, down. I couldn't move. When I wake up the second time, when he's violating me. Forgot to tell you guys, I'm editing right now, so I'm just like just cutting in. When I ate the edibles and I like fell asleep, the way it was like I fell asleep and then I woke up again. Then I'll go back to sleep, then I would wake up again. It was basically like I was drugged up. Like, that's the best way I could put it, is that it was like I was drugged up. Which I was, because those edibles were a little bit too much for me to handle. But yeah, and I realized everything. Like, I realized what happened when I woke up that morning. And I was still in denial. Until, anyways, just keep on listening to this story. I was like, I realized, I'm like, shoot. And I'm like looking for my phone. I'm like, where's my phone? My phone. I'm like, bro, am I gonna be held captive? Am I gonna get kidnapped? I'm like, that's the things are going through my head. Like, am I actually being held captive? Like, I wake up, and then this time it's sun. Like, there's sun out. I wake up, I jump. Oh, I'm sorry. I jump. He notices. He literally looks at me and says, "And this is what happened. You came here to me last night and you asked for this." That's what he tells me. I'm looking at him like, huh? What? He's telling me, you came here and you asked me for sex. You came and asked me for sex. That's what he told me. First of all, I was so confused. I was like, what? I was so confused, but then I was in denial. Like, in denial. I was like, there's no way possible. Choco. I'm still stuck. Like, I couldn't move. Because, like, at one point, he had to help me get up. Like, I couldn't get up. And then I'm in shock. I'm not speaking. I can't talk. I'm looking at him. And I'm just looking around. And he's talking to me. I want to be what you call, in Haiti, you call it a grand femme. He's like, I want to become a grand femme, which is like a very successful woman. Grand, successful woman. Like, I want to be like Michelle Obama. Everything that you see that I do it for you. All these things. Like, whatever you want, you can have. It's like, in my mind, I'm just like, there is no way. That's literally what's in my mind. Like, there is no way possible that this just happened. No way possible. I'm like, there's no way. This has to be a messed up dream. This has to be some sort of messed up dream that I had. And then He goes, and he's looking at me. I'm not moving because I was literally paralyzed that night. It was like I was paralyzed, bro. Like he's like, you're scaring me. You're scaring me. You're scaring me. I'm trying to talk. He's like, but I couldn't. It was like I couldn't talk. He's like, you're scaring me. Then he starts squeezing my face, like squeezing me. Like it hurt. Like he was like squeezing me. Like he's going like he's hurting me. He leaves the room. I don't know why he left the room. And I'm just looking around. I'm trying to get up. I'm like, maybe I should get up and just go. Like how and I'm just like, I can't get up. I can't get up. And I'm just like, shoot, I'm just like stuck. I'm like, what if he kidnapped me? What if he went to go? I don't know. He has my phone. In my mind, I thought he had my phone. So I was like, where's my phone, bro? Where's my phone? Where's my phone? He comes back into the room. And his useless self goes, let's go make pancakes. Let's go make pancakes. Pancakes? Nigga, what? Like, he goes, let's go make pancakes. Let's go make pancakes. I'm just like, huh? Are you good? Like, are you good? And this is when everything was confirmed. This is exactly when everything was confirmed. When he literally helped me put, like, I did not even have my underwear on. How did my underwear get off? How? My underwear was off. So he literally put back on my underwear. He put on my underwear. I was in complete shock. Complete shock. And then he helped me get up and he was helping me walk. Me being me, I can't even walk. I'm like trembling. It's like I was learning how to walk again. Not like that, but I was just like, it was, I don't know. He was holding me like, it was like that. And I'm walking. I'm trembling. And then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I have a plan. When I get to my bedroom door, I'm gonna push him and run into my room and lock the door. So it didn't go as planned. See, what happened was I thought that I would be able to push my father, but my father is big. So it was like a tiny shove, and I looked like I was like, and I closed the door and I locked the door. That's what happened. And he was like, when I pushed him, he was like, no. Do you try to set me up? Huh? I am your daughter, bro. Why in the world? Why in the world would something, why? I am your firstborn not even child, daughter, bro. I'll also like to point out that this dude, my father, stole from me. When the whole situation that happened with me, like, leaving the house, because I left. Like, are you crazy? And then he kept, him and his friends, like, they were telling me to come back to the house. Are you sick? Or are you sick? Like, you're crazy. Are you crazy? And you're telling me to come back to the house? You're wild. You're literally what? My dude stole from me. Stole mad stuff from me, bro. It's okay. I replaced everything. A lot of the stuff that he gave me, I replaced it, including the new phone. The phone that I was talking about, like the whole little story time. I have a 12 Pro right now, and it's under my name. I bought that phone. The XR, I gave it to somebody else. I don't want it no more. Like, I replaced literally like everything. Replaced everything. I work my butt off. He was literally calling, telling people I ran off with my gangster friends. Like, are you sick or are you sick? I'm sorry I'm yelling, but this literally pisses me off. Like, my dude is sick. Like, what? Like, what are you? You're sick. You're sick. You're sick. My dude, you're sick. It's pissing me off. I've known you for less than 2 years, and look what you did. Look what you did. You're sick, my dude. You need help, and you need to go to prison. You're disgusting, bro. You're nasty. You're absolutely nasty. And something like that, in my mind, I'm just thinking, this is something that you probably had in your mind, bro. This is something like a creepy, weird fetish fantasy that you had in your mind, bro. Nasty. I'm ashy. I'm freaking ashy. I can't be ashy on camera. Like, you're freaking nasty, bro. You're nasty. And then this is when literally my twin comes and saves me. I called my twin. Her name is Amaya. I'm so thankful for Amaya and her family, bro. Literally. Amaya, I love this girl to death. Love this girl to death. I was scared to call Amaya. I didn't know who to call. I'm like, I need to tell someone. I didn't even know to call the police, but I called Amaya and I told her what happened. I couldn't even talk, bro. Like, I was trying to, like, I don't know. I told her what happened, and in my mind, I'm like, what if she don't believe me? What if she don't believe me? But Amaya did. She told her mom what happened, and they came to pick me up. They picked me up, and I was packing stuff. I'm like, I gotta take my important things, stuff that I know I'm gonna need. I took my MacBook. I took my passport, everything that I know I'm going to need. Because I'm like, I know I'm not gonna return back to that house. And then I left. He was in the room. I don't know what he was doing in his room, but I left. I was scared. I'm like, what if I see him in the hallway and he tries to, like, not let me go? But by the way, my phone was in the room. My phone was charging. I left, and Maya gave me a hug, and her mom was like, what should we do? Should we go to the police station? Should we go to the hospital? They brought me to the hospital. I was in the hospital, and then just when reality hit me on the things that happened, I went ballistic, bro. They had to sedate me in the hospital because I was screaming, I was crying, I was trying to leave the hospital, and they were giving me shots and pills. Like, that's all I remember. And they did a whole rape kit. They were just, it was a mess. I was inside of the room by myself. I was talking to a bunch of different people. I didn't know who I was talking to. I'm just talking to them. I'm literally, like, drugged up. I was speaking to the police officer, like the case person, and I'll be talking to him, and I'll go right to sleep. I'll wake up again, and he'll be talking to me, and I'll go back to sleep. It was like, I was drugged up. Like, they gave me so much, like, they sedated me at that hospital. But that's only because I was screaming. I was literally, like, screaming, and I was going nuts. I was literally screaming. I went up to the nurse. I'm like, I'm in pain. And they're like, I know, sweetie, I know. And I'm screaming and I'm crying, and they brought me back to my chair. I'm screaming, and they gave me a shot. And they're like, all right, sweetie, we need you to we need you to sign here. And, like, I was signing papers. I'm like, okay. And I'm signing papers, and they're giving me pills. And after that, I was gone. I was gone. I was gone for like a week. I was, like, emotionally numb for like a week. After that, I texted my brother, Paul. Oh, I texted my brother, my half brother. He's like my older brother. He's my half brother. I texted him. I told him what happened, and he came down. He came to the hospital, but that's a whole different story with him because he's just a whole lot of, and I'm just not with that. Anyways, after that, just so much. And then my father's friend, like, his best friend, like, I called him earlier that day when that situation happened, but he didn't pick up. Then he was calling me, and they were all calling me. My father was calling me. My father's best friend was calling me, and I have text messages. Wait, do I still have them? Oh my gosh, I better still have them because I got a new phone. Text messages and voicemails, like, literally. And he's like, and I told him, they were calling me, asking me, hey, like, what's going on? Are you okay? Da, 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 da. Later on that day, I'm pretty sure my father told them what he did. Just, they were calling me, and then I was in the hospital from, like, morning to, like, night. I didn't sleep in the hospital, but I left, like, what's going on? It was so bad. It was really bad. And my father's best friend's wife or girlfriend, whatever she is, she owns, like, a restaurant. She has money. She was telling me, oh no one's gonna believe you, like, that type, like, That's what she was telling me, bro. Like, no one's gonna believe you. Oh no, that's a crazy situation right there. I'm sorry, Aunt. Like, I'm sorry, Aunt. No one's gonna believe you. Like, you know, trying to put that thought in my mind. So even if I try to tell someone, they're not gonna believe me. Are you sick or are you sick? You're a mother. You have kids, bro. And joke's on you, because on when my father had his birthday party, your husband or boyfriend, whatever he is, came over to that house and he was with a whole nother female, boo-boo. So watch yourself. Watch yourself. So you're trying to protect a rapist? Not even someone who raped their own daughter. Incest? That's freaking... Are you sick or are you sick? My brother was on the phone. At one point he was there, but then I just realized he has never changed. My brother and I have our history, but he's just a whole lot of let's just say that. And my brother was on the phone and he literally went off on the lady, and she hung up on him, saying that, are you freaking sick, bro? Like, you're trying to protect, telling her this, to all these type of things. And then everyone I don't know if people are gonna ask, where's your mom in this situation? I'm gonna tell you what happened with my mom. My mom knew what happened, bro. She knew what happened. You know what happened? She didn't say ish. She knows what happened to me. She didn't say ish. She didn't call me. She didn't say, are you okay? I hope you're doing okay. None of that. None of that. No. Oh, you're sleepy. That's why. You sleepy? I have a very good support system. My friends, Amaya and Amaya's family, bro. Amaya and Amaya's family. Like, I have so much respect for her and her family. And this is the same person that my father used to try to tell me to stop being friends with and to cut out my life. Nah, this girl is like my twin. You see this thing I have right here? I bought this for her birthday. Well, I have this, but she has a moon and I have the sun. Like, I love this girl to death. I met her like a little bit over a year ago. Like, I met her last year. That girl is literally, I'm like, she is like my family. I consider her family to be my family too. Like, her mom took care of me. Like, let me stay, like, fed me, everything. Her mom was at the hospital, everything. They were there for me. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for them. So thankful. Like, beyond thankful. The one thing that my mother could not do, another mother is doing. I've been through a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, God always has my back. God is always watching me. I know I need help. Because this situation has affected me. Like, my anxiety is completely, I don't even know how to put it. Oh, what's going on? I found this situation plus my past trauma and like the past situation that's happened to me, like when I was like a child, and all these things just mixing. It's literally like, I thought I was gonna go crazy. Sometimes I feel like I am going crazy. I don't know how to put it. The amount of breakdowns I had, just, it's absolutely crazy. When a path gets blocked or where you get breaking down, I feel like God has something better waiting for you in the future. Trying to get closer with God. I've been praying and I want to be with God for the rest of my life, you know? I'm thankful for everything and everyone that's in my life right now, and thankful for all the support that I have, even though so much has happened. And sometimes I feel like breaking down and just being miserable. I still got to be thankful and happy, because the one thing that I used to ask God for, I have. And I have my family, even though family doesn't have to be by blood. Like, I have so many people that I'm close with that I consider my family, and what I wanted, I got. And it didn't have to be in a specific way, but God still gave it to me, and God still has many gifts that he's waiting to give me in the future, and I'm happy for that. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to my story, because this is literally 52 minutes right now. I'm probably gonna shorten it up a little bit, but thank you guys for listening to my story. And you know, if you guys stayed to the end, thank you very much. Certain things happen in life, but you should never give up. Just keep on building. I would ask God, get mad at God, because I'm just like, what did I do to deserve all of this? What did I do? What did I do? People who know me, I'm a very optimistic person. No matter how gray a day could be, I would try to find that pinch of light, that pinch of light. That's how I used to be. Someone that I trusted. After all the things I've been through with my family, all I was trying to do was try to find a family, and that's what happened. It's all right. Then it's all right. God, all I do is I just pray to God. That's all I do. It's wild. It's really wild. This world is wild, bro. Fathers raping their daughters. This one is... Someone that I used to post on my Snapchat story every single day. Oh, this is my best friend, da 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 da. Someone I used to post every single day. Every day. If you know me for a while, then you know. Someone I used to post. Someone I would always talk about. Someone that I considered to be like my best friend. Like, because that's the type of relationship I wanted with my mom. The relationship I wanted with my mom, I try to have with my dad. I want my mom to be like my best friend. That close relationship, that the parent that I didn't have to be scared of. The parent that I could actually talk to and vibe with and, you know, just be honest with. That type of parent. Anyways, I'm happy because I was so scared that I was gonna cry during this video or something like that, but I really didn't. I made this a goal for me to do this video today. And I'm really happy. I'm tremendously happy. Tremendously happy and thankful for the people that I have that's supporting me right now. Bless you. Some people might tell me, Anne, you shouldn't be posting videos like that online. That's your private life. At the end of the day, that's my story. This is the story I want to share. I will always share my stories. This won't be the only story that I'll be sharing. Anyways. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you for listening to my story. Feel free to reach out to me about anything. May God bless you. If you're not religious, you don't believe in God, peace be with you. But if you do believe in God, may God bless you. I feel like you guys should definitely subscribe to my channel. I used to do YouTube, but then I stopped because I was going through so much with my family and I could not handle it. And I like my videos to be real. I don't like my videos to be fake at all. Like, my videos have to be real. You got to see my energy and my vibes. My videos before were kind of cringy, but share this video and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.